Hi, I'm Peter Moorhead from Celebrate Health and Fitness. We were at a presentation for powerlifting the other day at CDH in Speak, and some of the drivers asked about some exercises they could do specifically for the delivery drivers. So now I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do in the cab, outside or in the back of the vehicle to ease with any seizing up that you may have had while you've been driving. So here we go. So you've arrived at your customer destination after a long journey. The first thing we could do perhaps is just to work on your upper body, on your neck and your shoulders. So the first thing we're going to do is just to gently, keeping your shoulders flat and level, turn and press your head as if you're trying to put your ear onto your shoulder without raising your shoulder. Just do that 3 or 4 times on each side. And then next, to work those shoulders, sitting forward a little bit, just keeping your arms nice and relaxed. What you're doing is rolling your shoulders, trying to make big circles with the ends of your shoulders here. Forwards and backwards. If, like me, you've got slightly stiff shoulders, you might hear some clicking and popping here, but there's no worries with that unless it's painful. But you just might hear a few clicks and pops. And that's what we're trying to achieve, so that you're doing something useful here. Okay, and the last one we'll do is for your upper shoulders, which is what I call a cross arm exercise. Keeping your elbow at shoulder height. You're going to press that elbow back as you relax and breathe, pressing once, then twice, and then 3 times. If I do that on the other side so you can see there as well. Pressing the elbow back for 1, for 2, and 3. So those are the 3 things that you can do while sat in the cab. We're going to hop out now and show you the exercises outside. So we've arrived at our destination, our delivery destination, and here are some exercises that you can do for your upper back and your core that you perhaps won't feel too silly doing outside in the open, because it's based on kind of yawning, stretching exercises. Obviously, being aware of safety considerations, this might be a busy road, so you can do it at the side of the vehicle, but make sure you're safe. So first of all, we're going to go through the upper back exercises, crossing your hands in front of you. Raise them above your head as high as you can go, and just pressing back on one side, changing your hands, and then the other side. If I turn sideways on, you can see what's going on here. Cross the hands in front, press back, push your chest through, do the same on the other side. Just 2 or 3 times on each side, just to ease the stiffness in your upper back. And next we're going to do basically a yawn position, where we're really opening the shoulder blades, and then just the opposite, which is called a row position, keeping your elbows level with your shoulder. Back to the yawn position, really reaching out with your hands as far as you can reach to open those shoulder blades, bringing your elbows up level with your shoulder and pulling back to there. If you feel like it, you can also stretch your hands out to the side. It's the same movements, but perhaps more intense this way. Let me show you that from the side. So we're going first into the yawn position, leaning forward, really stretching out with our hands, and then coming back to the row position to bring your shoulder blades together. We'll do that once more, reaching out with your hands, and this time with your arms fully extended in a crucifix type position. This time I'm going to do a few simple stretching exercises in the back of the vehicle, because you're a bit more obvious for this one that you're doing some exercise. Now, clearly we've got stuff in the vehicle, but you've got enough space to be able to do this. So we're going to start first of all working on the lower back and the tops of the thighs into the hamstrings. And this is what I call a ragdoll stretch. You're just going to lean forward at the waist and just hang forward naturally. Just let the weight go into your body and your arms. And then every time you breathe out, just reach an extra inch towards the floor, just an inch at a time. For 2 or 3 breaths, and feel the stretch in your lower back, in your glutes, which is your backside muscles, and your hamstrings. Now, some of you are more flexible than me, will be able to touch the floor with that, but don't worry, just stay and hang in that relaxed position. The next one we're going to do is again in the glutes and the lower back, and 1 leg at a time. You can lean against the side of the vehicle if you need to, placing your hands around your knee, standing up nice and tall, and pull that knee towards your shoulder on the same side as you exhale. And change legs and do it on the other side.
maybe do that a couple of times, relaxing into it, just allow the stretch to happen. Keeping your feet nice and relaxed so your calf muscles are soft, feeling that stretch in your lower back and your backside. And then the last one we're going to do is the squat position. Okay, so you're just getting into a position you would use for your lifting and your carrying, nice and easy, relaxing into a squat to sit down as low as you can, 2 or 3 times, up and down, pushing your backside back in the squat position to get you nice and limbered up for some lifting and carrying. So that's maybe 9 stretching exercises that you can do. You don't have to do each one on each site. It's only going to take 1 or 2 minutes to do that, especially after you've been on a long journey and you're a bit tight. This is to loosen up your muscles and to ease your joints to get you ready for some lifting and carrying. Hope that helps.